So guys, today I would like to share a couple of thoughts about a topic that is very dear to me, which is the topic of self-compassion, which is something that I've touched upon in a previous video. I think it was episode 12, being honest with ourselves. And even though this topic is so dear to me and I find it very beneficial, I am still a total beginner at it. I've already talked about how self-compassion is a key factor either in working on ourselves or striving for success, because it's what's going to make sure that we end up in a place of fulfillment instead of feeling empty and burnout. Today, I want to dive deeper into what self-compassion means to me, and instead of outright defining it, I'd like to share a few aspects of it that maybe will make sense and might allow to better understand how I understand it. To me, one of the most powerful ways to cultivate self-compassion is to look ourselves as if we were looking at a person we care about. This shift in perspective can be something very useful, for example, when thinking about a painful experience from our past. We often tend to identify strongly with that former version of ourselves, and we experience that suffering as if it were happening to our current self right now. Another way of thinking about it is looking at that person, that former self, as if it was another person we deeply care about, and we look at them in a way that is fully accepting them and wishing them well. So in my very limited experience, a crucial aspect is to be able to let go, even just a little bit, of that strong attachment we have toward that sense of self and the image we hold of ourselves. We often get stuck in patterns of thinking that revolve around protecting our image, our persona, and the way we think about ourselves. But to me, self-compassion is less about protecting the ego and more about genuinely wanting to help ourselves, like we would want to help a friend we care about. Think about a friend who's struggling with an issue and is trapped in a cycle of thoughts weighed by the attachment to its self-image. You, as an external observer, can clearly see that he's adopting a very narrow perspective that is very limited by this attachment, and might want to gently encourage him to take a broader perspective. Now, imagine applying this same attitude to yourself when you're trapped in a perspective that is limited by attachment or aversion, and guiding yourself toward a wider, more understanding perspective. This is not something that is going to be easy at first. We are not used to looking at ourselves in this way, and the strong identification with our self-image, it's something that won't disappear overnight. But little by little, through practice, we can train our mind to familiarize with a broader way of seeing ourselves, developing a perspective that is more balanced, compassionate, and ultimately freeing. I like to think that this perspective can help us develop a mind that is less limited by our self-grasping and ego. And this can give us more tools when dealing with our problems and give us a better ability to help ourselves and develop positive change within ourselves. This is a topic that really means a lot to me, and I would love to talk about this more, but I will stop for now. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. If it's something that you thought about, and what is to you self-compassion. So for now we wrap this up, and we move on to the pump check.